Hello, John Mondragon. John Moneybag Dragon. How you doing, Moneybag?
Oh, Allah Akbar!
All right. Well, I guess shoot. As soon as I press live, everything goes to crap. I gotta do this.
Well, I
And
guess.
then that's the wrong.
Oh,
That's the
shit.
wrong thing. What am I? Oh my gosh. That you know what?
We fuck up.
Yes, very much so. It was gonna be so smooth. I was gonna have it so smooth. I don't know why that happened. Anyways, hey John, how the hell are you?
I'm doing great. How about you, my
Dude,
friend?
it's going, adjusting to new baby and all that.
Oh yeah, I
Getting
forgot
a,
to
a
ask
couple
you.
nights of sleep, but a lot of nuts and not a lot of sleep, really. Is Man, I've been thinking about maybe like getting a second job at night since I'm not sleeping no how anyways. So
I've been
might as well
sleeping
be
just
making
fine
money, huh?
lately.
Oh,
I've
that's
been
good.
sleeping. Yeah,
That's good for
just
you, man. It's good for you, man. It's good to hear.
yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I'm still tired though. I'm still,
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, like, who isn't tired, right? I mean,
yeah.
this is
But,
what I was trying to play. Sorry, everybody. I had it pulled up. And again, the first step to wisdom is to know thyself. And the most basic question one can ask oneself is, am I retarded? Because everything else would stem from there. If you are retarded, that's it. The flow chart's ended.
hey, and it's the words of the Stoics. You gotta ask yourself that every day just to make sure that you're not. Otherwise, you get caught
Who's
up
your
in your
favorite?
own.
Who's your favorite Stoic? Huh? Who's your favorite Stoic?
My favorite is Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the one you go to, right?
Yeah, I like him a lot. I don't read them much anymore. I kind of went through a Stoic phase, but then I was just like, Christianity's kind of better.
I have a random. I have a tab playing. I have no idea. Oh, okay. Sorry. I was like, what is happening? My brain was breaking because a tab was playing by itself. My computer's going haywire. So I am on my porch. I have decided to bring my whole tower out and set everything up. And it is raining and my awning leaks. And I've put a blanket on top of my computer because I'm very paranoid. So if anybody would like to help me build a studio, it's very appreciated that your dollars will go directly to making this better. I mean, and if it's God's will that this little stream that we do today cost me a few $1,000s by destroying my PC, I mean, I guess that's for my salvation. So,
Yeah, and everybody send a link to everyone you know. Get them over here. Like
right?
we're trying to build a channel here. We're trying to, well, not a channel, but a show. He already has his channel built.
Yeah.
But we're trying to build a show. Get your friends, get your girlfriends, get your side chick. Get them all over here.
Get your boyfriend's, or sorry, your wife's boyfriend out here. I mean, I know you have his number. I know you watch. You know where he comes from. You know where he goes. I mean, you know how to get in touch with him.
Yeah,
get your wife's phone. Get his number. Send him here.
Yeah, because the more people that come here, the more fun we can make. So
right, we're into merrymaking. That is what we. I mean, I might seem dead inside, but that's just because I'm very tired. Let's start. What is this?
You need to.
Oh,
no, this is not gold.
This is some words of wisdom.
It's gold. It's not gold. It's gold painted. But we don't respect this because it is gold or not. We respect this because it's a tradition. I don't know how many of you know. Every time before sitting on it, I bow down to it. Only the disciples who lived around me knows. Every time before I sit on it, I bow down to it because it represents Guru Parampara for us. It's called Vyasapeta. It represents Guru Parampara for us. So for us, it is not gold. It represents all the gurus who lived before me, from Mahadeva till my guru, all of them are represented by it.
So what do you think about what are your thoughts on that one, sir?
Well, actually, I had some thoughts for you. Like I was
gonna say, you're trying to
hoping-
relate this to orthodoxy, I imagine.
No, no. I was
Ah,
gonna see if you had any idea what he was saying those last couple of seconds.
Oh, well, I think it was something like the Pretaskatens got that. I'm the Scatman. Thank you, come again. I'm pretty sure that's how it translates. Yes. It was in Sanskrit, so I mean, I don't know how to translate that to English. Off the top of my head, but it's there. It makes sense. That's what you want to talk about?
Yeah, I just didn't know what he said in the last time. In the last
Oh yeah,
few
no, I
seconds.
didn't.
And I was hoping you did, or if chat knows.
Yeah, hey chat. Hey chat. Do you know what that man says? But I mean,
But I
honestly,
loved the way I didn't know he can. Goro?
honestly, I thought you were gonna bring up like icons and stuff from that, but because that.
No, that'd be too low hanging fruit right there.
Okay. Well, I mean, the mechanism he's I'm gonna do it anyways. The mechanism he's talking about sounds coherent to me, but it's in this pagan tradition. But the honoring some object or relic, it's a relic essentially, even though it's only painted gold. It's not a real relic, it's painted gold.
Just because it's painted doesn't mean it's gold. It's only painted.
But I bowed down to it regardless.
I have a huge echo. Do you guys hear this echo?
No.
No? Okay, good. Never mind then.
No.
All right.
But yeah, it's you should honor those who came before you. Anyways, let's move on. I guess you don't want to talk about that. What's this guy about? I have no idea. I've never seen him. Let's figure it out together.
And you cannot unfuck it. So just do you. The
Okay.
world is fucked and you cannot unfuck it. So just do you.
I love the sitar behind him.
I think those are the wisest words I've ever heard. It's all fucked out there. Why try to fix it? Just do you. There's nothing else. See, I even put a mustache on so I can make the accent even better. Just do you. Don't do it.
Well, I think that's the buddy way of saying keep your mind in hell and despair not, friends. I think that's really what he's getting at, right? So far you're showing that the Paisios actually have some. They've got a similar phronema is what it's. I think what your message you're trying to say, man.
Oh, what?
It's the Greek word for like mindset or perspective or outlook, paradigm, phronema.
Phronema, buddy.
Yes. What is this one, buddy?
Take a shit every day. At least once a day, take a mighty shit. Preferably in the morning. Taking a shit is good for your mind, body, and your soul. When you don't take a shit, you carry the heaviness and all the negative energy, the aggression, the anger, the resentment. But when you take a shit, you are releasing this from inside of you. Too many people walk around with a shitty attitude every day. Why? Because they don't take a shit. Don't take any important decision in your life without taking a shit first. If you want to break up with your partner or buy a house, take a shit first and then decide if it is the right thing to do. Drink the water, eat the bran, and take a mighty shit whenever possible. And don't forget to wash your ass after. That is life.
That is life.
I do have to say, sometimes I do get grumpy when I'm holding one in, and it's just like,
the worst is when you're like you're in really bad traffic and you have to go now. You have to go 10 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? That's
my worst time.
I got put in a very dark place mentally there for a minute.
My worst time was we had this pipe burst inside this lady's house, and we had to go fix it. And then like 5 minutes getting there, I was fine. And then I get there, start working, start like trying to figure out what's going on, and then just bam, just like, whoa! just, everyone's panicking because the valves are broken. The water meter wasn't working. I'm just sitting there like, oh, where's the bucket?
Where's the bucket? Gosh, where have you ever gone camping? Like or like backpacking? Have you like shat in the woods, you know?
No, I've never done that. No.
Oh, really? Okay, so
yeah.
you can't really. Oh, wow. So you would. Okay, if you and I are gonna go backpacking, which I guess you won't, and you're gonna say no now that I don't know why I'm bringing it up, but
Maybe if you do.
Okay, a pro strat. If you're with your boys, and you and one of your boys wakes up in the middle of the night and you got to take a deuce, you build you dig a slightly bigger hole. You go back to back and interlock arms, and then you squat down. It's it's like you and your friend are forming a porta potty. It's a good strat. I don't know what to tell you.
You lock arms and you guys just like.
Yes, yeah. And then you barrage.
So it's like Dreadnought, just.
Yeah. That also makes me think. I want to tell this story now. I used to be a camp counselor, and I'd take kids, like middle school, high school kids, out on like.
Don't tell me you linked arms with them.
No. That'd be inappropriate. That could get me in legal trouble. I did not do that. No, I did that with the other counselors.
Kid walks out.
There was one trip. It was all middle schoolers, so they're like 11 to 13 or something, and there's like 7 kids and me one and another counselor taking these kids out, and it's me and this other counselor with 7 kids, and me and the other counselor are the only thing keeping these kids alive for 3 days. And I swear, 3 or 4 of the kids refused to eat. I'd make lunch, I'd make dinner. They wouldn't eat a single thing. And I probably gained 10 pounds on that trip because I really didn't want to have to bury the food, but I'd make food for all of us and they wouldn't eat it. So I'm like, I'm just eating the food. I'm eating the mac and cheese and the hot dogs all angrily. And I buried a lot of food, but I was trying to think, like, why are they have to be hungry? They're burning calories. They were terrified of pooping in the woods. So they were just like, I'm just not going to eat. Just not going to eat. Then I won't have to poop. Unfortunately, there was this 12-year-old named Zach, and he was like a troubled child. He was in a special program where like he's either going to have to do like community service for something bad he did, or he's going to come to the camp with us, and he chose camp. And he had some behavioral issues, and he and I kind of became buddy. And I'm just trying to be a male figure in his life for 3 days while I try to keep the bears from eating all the food he won't eat. And the last day, we're on this trail that's going to go to this like old abandoned church. We're going to meet up with the other what do you call them, like groups of people or whatever, troops or whatever, I don't know. And like we're an hour away from there, and I get this whiff of like, what? Oh, it's gone. Okay, that's okay. Just like like really potent, like essence, like distilled down to its essence, ass. And then we're like walking up to the church, and I'm like, there it is again. What is that? And we start eating lunch. We play frisbee or whatever, and we start to get into the vans to head back to the camp. And so Zach is right in front of me as we're getting into there, and I'm like, this dude straight up shit himself. He had lunch with all of us, and he's got shit in his pants. He's had shit in his pants for like 3 hours now.
He's just holding it there, just
100%. And he's talking to his friends and laughing and joking. I'm like,
he has no more friends now.
Well, like, I'm sure everybody else was smelling what I was smelling, but maybe it wasn't as obvious to everybody. So, okay, it took us like an hour drive to get back to camp. And then everybody started making dinner. and Zach is still hanging out with his friends. And I'm like, I gotta save this kid. Okay. Walked up to him, like, hey, it was like a long trip out there, right? It's like, yeah, it was. Yeah, fun. Oh yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. It was way better than I thought. Hey, listen. You're like me, right? Like you're all sweaty and gross. That was like a 3-day trip. It was hot out there, right? It's summer. He's like, yeah, I am. Hey, okay, listen. Everyone's out here getting ready for dinner. Nobody's in the showers. Nobody. You're gonna have a nice long hot shower by yourself. It's gonna be great. It's like, oh my gosh, that makes a lot of sense. I feel gross. Yeah. Yeah. It's really sweaty, right? Really. Like you're like probably sweaty. I'm like trying to just, and then I just nonchalantly just take his clothes, I throw him into the laundry machine by himself. And I press go. I don't even remember if I gave him more clothes. I just gave him some towels and then later that night he's eating with dinner. Nobody says anything. And I'm carrying the weight. Like, did nobody else know? I felt it. I picked up his pants. I didn't throw it in the trash. I threw it in with the clothes into the laundry machine. And
see, you're a whole lot nicer than me. I would have just been like, you know what? Come here. Everybody gets a garden hose shower. So just.
Anyways, what's this guy saying this one?
Just in case.
About you, your boss not care about you. Nobody giving a fuck. Tomorrow you are getting hit by bus and dying. Your job forgetting you putting someone else to do for your job. Do nothing at every possible moment. But if you have to do something, do absolute minimum. But it is most preferable.
Oh, the music just cuts.
Sleep in. Take as many sick days as legally possible. Give no fucks. There is no greater purpose, no greater meaning, nothing to be rushing for. We will all soon be dead. So just fucking chill. When you learn to do nothing, then you will find the real purpose of life. Do nothing.
I just sent you a link just right now, the bottom one, in case chat was wondering how Wes was eating those hot dogs. Pull that clip up, my buddy.
All right, sir.
Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh, that he's a lot of life experience to be able to just do that, man.
Yeah. Anywho, back to the program.
Yeah, now I'm back in that dark mental place I was at earlier. I got to kind of refresh. Let's take a break to like watch something like wholesome for a second. A little bit of a palate cleanser, if that's just fine with you.
Yeah, let's go.
You want to run with me every day?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get strong like you. I don't have those bumps yet. No bumps.
No bumps. No bumps on your arms yet? You got to keep going every day, a little bit.
Gotta keep going.
I love you, bud.
Dad,
Yeah?
I would like to do two runs in one day.
I mean, if you want to. It's called a double session.
I'm trying, and I run every single day. You run.
You want to run with me every day?
I mean, come on. Doesn't your heart melt a little bit?
Yeah, it does. But
I don't even have a son.
I have a cat.
Oh.
It took one of my keyboard keys.
Cats. We have I am the service human to my neurotic cat. You know how like people have like service dogs? I'm the service human to the cat. She's spiteful. Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're right. But I feel more so with mine. You know, it's not a normal situation here. When we first moved into this place, she wouldn't let us sleep because she'd want to come into our room, and she hates locked doors. So she'd open our bathroom cabinets and slam them over and over until I got up and let her out. But now since we had our second kid, she is feeling like even, I guess, like further down the totem pole. of attention that we give. So now not only is she slamming our bathroom cabinet doors, she comes out at our door and starts scratching at it and scratching up the carpet, waking me up. She's waking me up more than the new baby is, honestly. And now not only like, so she wants in, and when she gets in, she slams the doors. She gets out, she scratches at the carpet. I don't know how to, and I leave the door open sometimes, and then she just starts slamming the kitchen cabinets. I don't know what to do with her, but it's not sustainable. I'm spraying her with water, but man, I've got to like do some exposure therapy with her or something. She's got to get over this.
She's betrayed now.
Yeah, I'm at fault.
This guy made $190 million telling people to live a simple life. And what he told me will make you rethink your life.
Okay, wait. Okay, is this the same guy, but like a few years later? Okay, how'd you make $90 million or whatever that was?
No, $190 million.
Oh, that's a lot. $190 million. Take a shit. It is good for you.
Take a massive shit.
What
his name?
Okay, like, is it just follow the guru? Be obedient to the guru. Breathe. It is all about breathing.
Is Baba Ramdev, and he is one of the biggest yoga masters in India. He teaches yoga on national TV. He has 25 million followers on social media, and in India, everyone loves him.
He is promoting Made in India.
Baba Ramdev has made Ayurveda mainstream.
Yeah, I like Baba Ramdev.
But how can a millionaire represent spirituality? Well, these were his words when I asked him about it.
The real life is spiritual life. The wealth, the fame, these are the not goal of life. The real goal of our life is do your duty.
Think about that for a moment. Do your duty. What does that mean? For Baba Ramdev, it means spreading yoga to the world. And as a result, millions of people have improved their lives.
I have wealth, I have prosperity. This is the byproduct of my duty.
So don't be afraid of becoming the person you know you are inside, because the world needs that person to exist. What is your duty? This is Alan's theory.
Keep it creative.
I want to retract my comment a little bit earlier when I said that it's got to be very easy to teach yoga, because I mean this is what I was thinking of. Like, I can do that. And then we get to here, and I'm like, that's
spreading yoga to the world. And
that's more than I thought. I was just going to be like, okay, now sit crisscross applesauce, my brothers. I got to give him a little bit of props for doing the handstand thing.
I can put a couple people in that position.
I don't want to. We're not here to talk about Vegas or wrestling. Maybe like
No.
maybe you had a stint in wrestling. I don't know.
No, there's
Pile driver.
They're only women.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's go on. I guess we're gonna move to Whammon Gurus.
This is my girl. This is my girl right here.
My girl.
If your spiritual coach or mentor says this, fire them. Take the high road. The universe will take care of it.
Wait, what is she?
No, it
I need
won't.
these. Okay.
Like, what are they talking about? If shit happen to you, it's because the universe wants you to grow a fucking spine and stand up for yourself. You know
Like
that phrase,
rockabilly
what goes
behind
around
her.
comes around? Life hack, you can be a participant in that. It's okay. And sometimes, if other people do you're there to balance the scale. That's all it is. So many people perpetuate and tolerate negative behavior because they're so afraid of this whole karma shit. Because some dumb fucking spiritual coach out there says, oh, just be the better guy, you're a bigger person. Imagine how many trifling criminals walk the fucking planet because somebody let them off the hook saying, the universe will take care of it. Anytime evil was conquered, it wasn't through love and light. It was through objectivity, ingenuity, and skills and strategy. Those be your karmic tools. For part 2, click the plus sign.
What are your
Do you
thoughts
want to
on
go
that?
to part 2? You want to go to part 2?
Yeah,
No,
sure.
I
Yeah,
don't have part 2. I don't know.
Oh, I already closed it. Let me figure out which was it. Not this one. It wasn't this one. I got to pull it back up. Oh, so what are your thoughts on her advice?
Click
the plus sign.
She just said the same thing. Like, like what not to listen to inside of your life coach. I mean, I don't know. Have you ever had a life coach or
No.
I had a baseball coach and a
Oh my
football
gosh, she has
coach.
1 million followers. How? Oh my! I don't want to make a stinking login for TikTok. Can you hear that? You can't hear it, can you?
No.
Okay. It's well, we're not watching part 2. I tried, and it was like you have to log in, and wouldn't let me turn our audio off. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, what is she? Is she her own spiritual guru? I don't know.
No, I think
People
she's
tell.
listened. Yeah, no, she listened to all the other gurus, and now she's like, it's the same old like I feel it's like the same old internet fame thing. Like you learn all this stuff from all these people on the internet, and then you say, oh, don't listen to them, listen to me, but you just say the exact same thing that they were saying.
Right.
And it's like, you see, they said it, so don't listen to them. But if you listen to me, I can get that money back.
Yeah, I mean, it's my critique is basically like both have their place, I'd suppose. I mean, it is very either what she's saying and what she's going against are both very general and vague advice. They're not like for any specific situation. So I don't know. It's very not very interesting content to me.
I just really found her annoying, and I wanted to share that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, she gave like AI vibes off to me for some reason.
Yeah.
What is this gentleman about?
HIV positive on my profiles. People don't want to touch you. I remember being on a date with someone, so I brought him back to my place. I was like, okay, like I need to tell you something. Like I'm HIV positive, and I remember he like looked at me. It was like I murdered him. I was like, I thought he was gonna beat the shit out of me. He was like, I can't believe you wouldn't tell me, and like you gave me HIV, and like was just like losing his mind. And I'm like, no, that's not possible. Even if I bled on you, like an open wound, like that wouldn't happen. I'm undetectable, and like but he just like didn't want to hear it. Now, like the way the law goes, like being undetectable, like I really don't have to like disclose my status. Right. And you think about it, like anyone that you meet on your first date or if like you're hooking up, like are you like, I have diabetes, I have high blood pressure. You're not telling them any of this shit. Where HIV is now, like if you are undetectable, like you don't necessarily like have to disclose that. I don't think you're putting anyone at any risk that you have to like necessarily go through that. But it's because of the stigma and shame that I feel like I have to disclose. People would look at that as betrayal.
I want to say I am in full support of stigma and shame. Publicly, I want to, if I ever run for office, I will campaign on stigma and shame. That is my position.
What's your policy, sir? Stigma and shame.
Yes.
Make America great again.
Yes, whichever is the most stigmata, stig. I don't even whatever brings this man the most shame. Yeah.
Stigmatic.
I don't want to know about this guy's HIV stigmata. I'm not interested in that.
No, I have no sympathy. I hope this guy never finds a partner ever again. And I'm glad he actually put it on the internet. So now everyone's just going to be like, oh, weren't you that guy on X that was saying you have AIDS?
I mean, he's saying he's non-detectable, but I mean, everyone's going to be able to detect him now. He just said it to the internet.
Yeah.
Now he's like the most detectable HIV carrier in the world.
Yeah, so moral of the story, guys, delete your Grindr accounts. Stop going to nightclubs.
For my bachelor party, I don't know if you've heard, what is the game called? Like Silent Library or something, but my best man came up with games that like throughout our bachelor party, and if you lost the game, you had to like you had to do a challenge or like get a punishment. And one was you had to make a Grindr account and keep it active for 24 hours. And my friend Brennan, oh man, he was like paranoid because we were in Seattle and we were like walking through like the gay district to go to a restaurant. And he's like, I swear to God, like some of these people are looking at me. They've seen they've recognized, because we had them take the picture like next to a clearly recognizable landmark. He was so paranoid. It's pretty good.
These guys already swiped right on me.
So what?
Notifications are going crazy.
What do you think about this? I I gotta figure
I
out how
can't
to.
see it.
I don't know how to.
Me.
How do I zoom?
Get my glasses.
I don't know. Oh yeah. Okay. I can just read it. Maybe I'll just read it. Anyways, it's there. But John's gone. No, I don't think that could be considered man prattle. I mean, I don't know. I think it's that weird gray area. You know, he's not really a man like you'd want to say, but he's trying to be a woman, really. Oh, you actually got it. I don't know. I'm just gonna read it out loud and you tell me what you think. Okay, women are 51% of the population, but 70% of the poor, and 83% of single parents, doing 66% of the work, producing 50% of the food, but earn just 11% of the pay and only 1% of the land. In case you wondered, we still need feminism. What do you think about that? Is that does that make you want to be a feminist? Do you feel like she has a case?
Yeah, I mean, there's only 51%. You're the majority. So
yeah, I mean, democracy. I mean, we let them vote. I mean, that's where we lost. I mean, they have the majority. I also don't know if any of these statistics make any sense. Women being 1% of landowners. Is this in America? I don't even know. Like what? That doesn't sound right to me.
Is this heifer a guru as well?
Could be. I didn't look into her. I just saw that. I was like, that's dumb. I'm gonna save that.
I bet. I don't know. I bet $100. No, I bet chat will send $12. All of chat will spend $12.
Oh,
send $12 to Mr. Westford if she has an OF.
Ooh, I guess I have to look at it now. Well, I mean, I have to like confirm, but yeah, it's there. Let me pin that. If anybody wants to donate to the stream, it is very much appreciated. I am out here on my back porch with the awning that leaks, and I have my expensive PC out here, and I'm, oh my gosh, we lost John. Oh my gosh. I'm worried about losing my computer, but I lost my friend. So if you want to support the stream, it will go right to building me a studio where I don't have to tear it down and set up every time. And I can do more content because I'm not having to waste time doing that. Sometimes I want to do it, but it's just like I'm lazy. I got to move all this stuff, and my laptop's not really working much anymore. So I gotta bring out my big old PC, and I don't want it to get rained on. Anyways, I don't know. What do? We lost our co-host. John, buddy. How are you guys doing in chat? I guess how's life? I haven't been doing this regularly. Oh, he's back. But I will be streaming more going forward, I do believe. Hello, John. What happened to you? You're all right.
Fucking Allah Akbar.
Dude, send it, dude. Is that if I was a Muslim and like a jihadist, dude, I would say that to all my friends about to go blow themselves up, dude. Dude, just freaking send it, bro.
Yeah, go do it. Like, you know, I feel like I have this like, I feel like I should just go. You know, I'm like, do it. In fact, it'd be better if you just walk into the desert and do it by yourself. Just do it.
Okay, let's see what you think about
grass here. We startled her or him, I'm not sure. And it came charging at my dad. He made some noise.
It went to you.
And then it went straight to me. And thankfully, when I was falling backwards, I was able to unsheath my pistol. And when he was on top of me, absolutely unload like a on top of this guy. So did my father. I'm not sure. I did shoot myself in the leg when I was falling backwards.
Damn,
right
dude.
here.
Oh,
but it went straight through my leg.
Holy crap.
I'm not sure if, again, I shot myself when I was falling backwards or the bear got me. I know he did bite into me. I think I felt that, but I'm not 100% sure.
Dude.
We got an SOS out update.
Get the out of here!
Is there another bear?
The bear's here. Update. We got military helicopter coming to pick us up. Some PJs.
Stop yelling at the
RCC.
military, Dad.
Rescue Coordinating Center out of Anchorage.
So They're coming. And I'll tell you what, I am so happy I had a 10 millimeter, and my dad also had a 40. When I pumped him, I felt him like die on top of me and roll over. That was insane. It's like Gimli in the wargs. Oh my god. That hurts.
Yeah, probably. Dude, that's wild.
I thought that bear like had narcolepsy because he was like, he startled me, and then I started at the bear's like.
Oh no! I mean, you got 2 whole mags pumped into him. It sounds like.
Yeah. Damn. Well, at least he shot himself in the leg. He can go home.
Yeah, dude. And it looks like it didn't. I mean, he didn't bust out his kneecap or nothing. So hopefully he's.
Yeah, thankfully he didn't hit that. What is it? The femoral artery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he could be bleeding out, waiting for the Ruskies to save him. It seems like. But hey, John, can you try to say Allah Akbar backwards?
Rabak, ka, Allah.
Oh, woo wah wah! That's my favorite part there at the end.
Did I get it?
Yes, man. Yes, you did. Let's have a little bit of a happy little white pill real quick, right? Let's just do it.
Christian goes down. PJ follows him. How about it? We've got a race to the top, but maybe not for long.
Oh no!
Grabs Shane, and the back goes down. Left at the top is Trent. Trent's
No!
He's going down. Oh, we have a clean slate. Oh my goodness! And there goes Shane again. Time slides out. PJ slides out. Cooper jumps over him, and Trent tries to run up. Trent's gonna take out PJ. Oh my goodness! He's just steps away from being the very first round. No, he's not. He's gonna go. Oh, he takes out everybody. This is going to be a 2-man race to the top. Can they maintain their balance? Trent is really gaining on Cooper. This is going to be a photo finish as they go to the top. Oh, check it out. Cooper grabs the belt.
Good job, Cooper. Good job. I really feel like that could either be elevated to an Olympic status, like having seeing Olympic athletes try to like picture how if they'd get really good at it, how big they'd have to make that staircase for it to seem like worth it. Or it could just be forever relegated to like Protestant like youth groups or something.
It looked like an altar call.
All right, now, okay, turn down the lights. All right, if you want to give your life over to Jesus, you just come right up these slippery ass stairs, and you come to the altar at the top of these slippery ass stairs.
First one who grabs the golden bell.
There's only one salvific bell at the top of this altar call at these slippery ass stairs. I mean,
it's Joel.
Not everyone's gonna make it.
It's Joel Olstein, the first one to grab the golden bell, gets the fullness of salvation. And give me your money. Here it grow. Here it grow. Money grow.
You keep doing that. I don't. Yeah. Okay, next one.
Give me something new.
Oh, I don't like that. Never mind.
Is that a man?
Oh, you sing? Maybe. What's your initial thoughts, sir?
Wait, go back to it. Wasn't able to read it all the way.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I gained another 45 pounds. Why would you gain weight?
When you have a baby, you gain.
Oh, okay, all right.
I was wondering if you get it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit concerning if your wife doesn't gain weight when she's pregnante.
Oh yeah, get in that bed, make them kids, populate the earth.
Yeah, we need it.
You look like a man tonight, though.
I mean, she probably cooked some pretty dang good, like bread.
Yeah. And some candy.
All right, so,
a lot of candy.
I really like this account. I think he gives a lot of great advice, especially if you're out traveling. He does a lot of like Airbnb tips and common practices that people may be not familiar with. So,
me paranoid or schizo on cur, but every time I rent an Airbnb, I always go get in the shower first. I make sure I leave my socks on. Then I go get me a little bit of pot of coffee. And I just give me a cup and I just pour it behind me just like this. That's perfect. That's perfect. I don't think nobody in regular motion can get past this. I mean, just look at it. It's method flawless for real. I mean, y'all like to call me paranoid and schizo. I don't care. First thing I'm gonna do when I rent an Airbnb is always get in the shower with my socks on. Then I just pour some coffee behind me. Cause you just never know. I don't trust nobody.
I don't trust you anymore.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
So what do you think about that advice? That's perfect.
I always thought perfect was like, I don't know, like that perfect kiss or that perfect night, or I guess that's I don't know. I guess perfect's subjective now.
Oh, I don't know. I think his whole shtick is that he does just good advice, like things that people should do but don't take the time to, or maybe neglect. And people call him paranoid, schizo, but I mean I don't know. You saw it was perfect. It's his whole shtick, man.
Yeah, and the socks in the shower, I don't know if I can get behind that.
I don't know if he finds these videos and then does commentary over them, or if he's the one that films it. That's my only question. But he has like 1,000 of these videos where it's just that kind of thing and acting like it's good advice. And it's some of them pretty funny. Well, hey, John, is this your church? Or have you gone to this church before? Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Apostle Catherine Clark? Go Kirk?
I don't know. I didn't look into it. Apostle Catherine. Yeah, so I guess they have an apostle lady. I don't know.
I'll try it out. I mean, no, I won't. How do they get that much water in a church? Like, were they getting baptized? Is that like, is that Vacation Bible School? If that was Vacation Bible School, I was missing out when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, we just sang about like Father Abraham.
Yeah, and gluing macaroni to paper.
Yeah, that's all we really did.
Although I did get my first kiss at Vacation Bible School.
Oh, was it the volunteer lady?
No, it was my brother.
Your brother gave you your okay. I guess we'll move on. So I was thinking that we could do a kind of a reoccurring segment where, John, you explain to us some things in church history. Or actually, I was going to frame it with because we want to talk about politics, and I think we can intersect politics and in church history. So let's start with this. What do you think the West is? What is the West?
So you never eat shredded wheat. Okay. Isn't it more as like we're talking about like Western ideology, or talking about just
like just when people say the West, what do they mean? What is the West? Where did it come from?
Europe.
Okay.
Europa.
Okay, so like Western Europe, not Eastern Europe.
Yeah, I would say like Western Europe, not Eastern Europe.
Okay.
So
When did
Eastern Europe is still pretty inside their traditional stuff?
When did the West become the West in your mind?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have not done too much history that back far.
Well, I would say that it started in 1054 at the. You know what happened in 1054? Let's start there.
It doesn't ring a bell.
The Great Schism, it's called the Great Schism.
Oh, okay. I've heard a little bit about that.
So you could make the argument that things that the medieval Latin Church is founded upon started to show up and be argued for in like the 800s, but really all of that percolated in the event of 1054. So, John, can you tell us about the 1054? I know you're a really good scholar, really good at coming up with things on the fly. Can you please, in a scholarly way, tell us about the events of 1054?
I think it was Pope Clementine the Fourth.
Okay.
He had a he had an itch, and he was like, "I want to break away from traditionalism," and just broke away.
Wow.
Was I right?
So I don't think Pope Clementine would
Calvin, my boy Calvin. Check.
I meant to say Calvin, but I don't think the Pope's perspective would be that he was rejecting traditionalism. That wouldn't be his perspective, but I mean, maybe it's not. So, Pope Clementine. Okay, well, let's just say what were the, let's say if we could boil it down to 3 contentions that led to the schism, what would those be?
3 contentions?
Yeah, like big like issues, things that people were arguing about.
And damn, I actually did know this. And I can't remember. I know it had to do with the Reformation of the church. I can't remember right now.
Well, sort of. Well, I mean, like from our perspective, yes, we would say that 1054 was like the beginning of a Reformation. Was when the Latin Church became its own thing. So the Pope Leo the Ninth was. Let me just read. I guess I'll read it here. In the 11th century, some churches in Constantinople started using Roman Catholic practices. From our perspective, the errors like using the filioque. Have you heard of the filioque?
Yes, that's
okay,
Mary, right?
That's the Theotokos.
No, not Theotokos. Okay, no, I can't remember which one the.
So the filioque is an article that was added to the creed by the Latin Church. So in the original creed, it says the Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father and the. So sorry, it says it proceeds from the Father, but the Latin Church hundreds of years later added and the Son. So it changes the eternal status of where of the Holy Spirit. So in Constantinople, the capital of the empire, some churches started using what we would say is a heretical aspect in their creed. So that was one issue. The next would be the Pope's jurisdictional stuff. So he thought that since he's the head of the church, he could just come into Constantinople and be like, no, we're going to do this. And you guys can't shut down these churches. That's how we do it. But historically, if you're in Constantinople, the Constantinople patriarch has jurisdiction there, nobody else. So that was one issue. What was the Pope's power essentially? And then I had the other one in my head. Why I can't think of it. So one interesting thing is that the Pope had all these issues with Constantinople when he sent his delegates there, and they were arguing, and the Patriarch of Constantinople didn't really take him seriously. He kind of pushed him to the side, and the Pope actually dies, and then the delegates themselves take it upon themselves to go into. Do you know what Hagia Sophia is?
No.
So it's a giant church in Constantinople that was turned into like one of the first mosques, I believe, when it was taken over.
Hagia Sophia's?
Hagia Sophia. Hagia Sophia.
Hagia Sophia.
So picture this, but without the towers. The Muslims put the towers there.
Mm.
It's a giant church. Here's the inside.
Okay.
This is after the Muslims have whitewashed it and everything.
Oh,
It had
there.
Yeah, the Muslims took it over. But in this church, the delegates of the Pope walk in during a church service, and they put down a document on the altar that says that you and all of you in this church are excommunicated. So like we're saying that, like, okay, what is excommunication?
What, excommunication?
Yeah, like, do you have a concept of excommunication?
I have a dumbed down concept of it, but it's basically the church is kicking you out. You have a. Go ahead. Sorry.
So for us, excommunication has to do with communion. Like you're permitted, you're barred from communion.
Would you have to leave the church though?
Not necessarily. I mean, but there are also little more nuances when it comes to different patriarchs excommunicating one another and them being in communion. But if, like, let's say if I do something that gets me excommunicated, I'm not kicked out of the church. I'm not like no longer an Orthodox Christian. I'm not allowed to communion. Okay. And that's looked at as like a penance. Like, yeah, you cheated on your wife. You're not gonna commune for 5 years as a punishment, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like it's the same thing. Like with us, it's like if you're cheating on your wife or you're in constant sin or whatever. It's like, well, we're gonna have to excommunicate you from the church. You're no longer able to partake here until you get your shit together, and then come back, and then the elders and deacons will go through their process to get you back in the church. But yeah.
Is it like you're physically removed, or you're not allowed to show up?
Yes, you are physically removed from the church.
Okay, yeah, so it's not that's like a further step for us.
At least so anyways, from my understanding.
So the Rome, not even through the Pope, but one of his delegates he sent over to the east, walks in, puts the document there. We are excommunicating you. You're like, you have erred so much that we have to rebuke you in this way. And then the Eastern Church excommunicated him right back. But the Roman perspective is that we have all this power. It's our power, and you guys are not being obedient to us. But from the East perspective, it was, why are you guys coming in here and telling us what to do? This is not your jurisdiction. Why are you doing this? And part of why the Rome thought that it had that power was that it had this document that was fabricated in the 8th century, I believe, called the Donation of Constantine, which says that Saint Constantine gave the Pope in Rome all this power. And the document has been known even by Rome for hundreds of years that it's a fake. It was made hundreds of years after Constantine died. But in that, it says that he has all these powers. He has universal jurisdiction. He's the head of the church, all these things. So, but the Rome actually like believes this is a legitimate document at the time. So they're just like, yeah, we have all this power, and you guys aren't doing it. You guys aren't submitting to us. So that's where Rome starts to diverge from the rest of the church. There was 5. Have you ever heard of the Pentarchy?
The Pentarchy?
Yeah, the Pentarchy.
No, I've never heard of the Pentarchy.
So in the first 1,000 years, there was what you'd call the Pentarchy, which was the top 5 jurisdictions in the church. There was Rome, Constantinople, Alexandria, Jerusalem. Oh, come on. Why is my brain not working? Whenever I'm on stream, my brain just stops. Anyway, there's another one. Just trust me. There's 5. Just trust me. And they were like the most preeminent, highest honor churches or jurisdictions in the church. And the Pope in many councils was called first among equals. So to me, this you can't be equal if you're, oh yeah, Antioch. Sorry. I don't know why my brain broke. If you're equal, then that doesn't mean you're above them, right? You can't be equal to somebody that you have supreme jurisdiction over. You wouldn't be equal. So these are all bishops in these different lands. So when the excommunication happens, Great Schism happens, Rome goes by itself. We would say Roman Catholicism starts there, and the other 4 jurisdictions stay in communion, and that's the Orthodox Church. So then I was thinking, and maybe need to have like more of a presentation, but I'd really recommend this set of books here. Oh my gosh, I broke my glass I like a lot. Oh, damn. Oh, that's makes me very upset. Okay, so this
what
book.
happens when you talk bad about John Calvin?
Yeah, it's predestined. That sucks. So this all 4 of these books by John Strickland. First book is The Age of Paradise here. It's the first 1,000 years of Christianity. Then you have The Age of Division, which is Roman Catholic. It's the Great Schism, the start of Roman Catholicism up to John Calvin. Then you have kind of so it kind of slows down a little bit. You have from basically is this the right one? Yeah. No, this one. So this is from the Renaissance / Reformation to 1917, the Russian Revolution. It's called the Age of Utopia. And then you have the Age of Nihilism, which is from the beginning of the 20th century to current days. And I would say this is kind of the weakest one. But anyways, so I thought it'd be cool to, as like a series, kind of go through some of the historical things and get your perspective. I know it might be a little bit more of like me talking since you aren't well read on it, but I'll also be drawing from the Orthodox Survival Course by Father Seraphim Rose. So this is
I've seen that before.
So I'm like halfway through it, but it's basically like, hey, you're an Orthodox Christian in the West. Here, let's go from the schism on, basically from when the West begins to all of its developments, or many of its developments, big highlights along the way. So you can be like, how did we get here? Why do people believe these things? Where did they come from? So one more thing I thought it'd be interesting to talk about is what's your thoughts on the Crusades?
The Crusades?
Yeah, dude.
They were pretty messed up, but also pretty base at the same time, I feel like.
Anti-Muslim based, but some messed up stuff.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, it's been such a long time since I've actually like read the stuff about the Crusades or even like looked into all that stuff. Oh gosh, Discord is going crazy right now. But from what I remember, yeah, like the Muslims were attacking Jerusalem and the church sent in the army. I'm correct, right? And that was with the king, the leopard guy.
Yeah, the leopard man.
Yeah.
I can't remember which crusade. I know I'm not an expert on the Crusades, but yeah, how many were there? I know there was.
I think 2 or 3, something like that.
No, there's definitely at least 4.
4?
How many was there? Was there more? there was eight crusades.
8?
So the first one was in 1095, and the last one was in 1270. Also, apparently, there's lesser known crusades. There's 4 other lesser crusades.
But also, I still believe. Also, there's like I have like the more and more like I start reading about stuff, and especially like since I did go through like this whole dive into dispensationalism.
Yeah.
It's just like, why are we kind of fighting for that Holy Land when it actually, like, I don't know. I don't find Jerusalem or the bagels as to be the chosen people.
Well, I mean, I would still say like there is a lot of significance to the Holy Land, and I don't know if you've ever heard of have you heard of the Holy Fire?
It sounds familiar.
So in Christ's tomb, every year on Passover, on Pascha, a light appears in Christ's tomb, and people are there at like midnight when it happens, and the fire bounces from like torch to torch, lighting it, and people can like touch the light and put it on their face, and it doesn't burn. That happens every year.
Today?
Yeah, every year. There's videos of it. It happens every year on Easter.
And what's it called?
The divine fire, the divine light. You can look up Jerusalem, Pascha, divine light. I can find videos of it on Instagram. I don't think I have any pulled up, but so I mean, like, I think there's some really obviously historical significant things, but it's not like Mecca to us or something like that, where it's like we pray towards Jerusalem or something like that. But
yeah, and like I do think that at the same time, yeah, like we should protect at least what was there, because I know like they were really hardcore about that. So no, I'm kind of like 100% behind the Crusades. What about you?
Okay, well, I'm much more of a mixed. Like I think it's pretty shocking, a lot of the stuff that was done and said, and the attitudes, like, because the first one is in 1095. It's very close to the split, and it's only in the West did they have crusades. So 40 years after Rome leaves the rest of the church, they go on this war, and the Pope has standing armies and can send people off to war and all that. And one of the most shocking things I've heard from, I believe, the First Crusade was after a battle that the Pope had an army, and he had sent them out. After the battle, he went among the dead and he proclaimed them all saints because they fought for the Pope. So it's like,
yeah, I heard that as well.
Yeah, so it's a really big change in attitude of like, what is a saint? How is somebody becomes a saint? Like, I mean, we have warrior saints in Orthodoxy, but it's not just because like they were warriors that they're saints. It's not just because they died for the Pope or something like that. It's quite a different attitude.
Yeah, and I saw something. I'll have to try to find it and send it to you sometime. But it was kind of like the what do you guys call him? Your head honcho in Moscow. Patriarch.
Patriarch Kirill?
I don't know his name, but he was talking about like how if for the Russian soldiers who go out and fight in battle against Ukraine, like you're fighting for God, you're fighting for this, and you're gonna get something out of it through the church. And I wasn't sure about it. I don't want to mess up what it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to like look at it specifically, but like I mean, we haven't talked about like Ukraine and stuff like that before, but I'm much more sympathetic to Russia. Not like that. There's obviously not like problems on either side or blood on both sides, but the Orthodox Church is illegal in Ukraine. It is illegal to be an Orthodox Christian, and they're being heavily persecuted and beaten and spat on. And so, I mean, like, to me, it's pretty good litmus test if Christianity is legal in one country and not and illegal and being persecuted in the other country. And
no, yeah, I was like, I couldn't believe it when I saw that. Like it came up on the headline. I was just like, what?
No, and it's been going on for years, dude. It's been going on for years.
I knew they'd been talking about it for a long time. And then I just saw something the other day where they actually just like lay the gavel down. Like, yeah, Orthodoxy is done. Christianity is done in Ukraine.
Yep. Oh, and there's some serious blasphemous stuff. I've seen really heartbreaking things there. Like they've taken Orthodox churches and they've turned them into like dance clubs. So they have the altar there. They have all the icons there. They have Christ's image there, and they're just like playing rave music with lights and doing all this kinds of degenerate stuff there. And it's I mean, like in Kiev, it's been Christian for 1,000 years. There's such a deep Christian heritage there that's being erased, and a lot of these Christians are dying for their faith.
Yeah, and I remember watching like this documentary about the Orthodoxy, how it became, or how it like started in the East, like in Ukraine. Well, it was Russia before.
Yeah, this is Vladimir the Enlightener, right? He was converted to Orthodoxy in like late 900s, I think.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, it was a long time ago, and I saw that. I can't really remember anything, but like ever since then, like they were just, Russia has always been Orthodox. I mean, besides like the whole Bolsheviks and all of that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's
but
I would say that was like Western influence ideas coming from. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
From like Germany and places like that, infiltrating the West. And there's actually, I was just reading, there's a guy, I think he was Italian, was predicting like 100 years before Russia's demise that Western influence would come, and the revolutionaries that are taking the revolutions that are taking place in Europe were going to come for Russia pretty hard. And they did. Yeah. They very much did.
Yeah. And I remember watching something, I think it was actually on Jay Dyer, about like the history of the French Revolution. I think what it was.
Oh, yeah, I just read about that. There's some wild stuff, dude. Yeah. Way more than people. My wife and I were talking about. She said that in her history class in high school, they talked about the French Revolution like it was a good thing and that it needed to be done.
Yeah, like I that's one thing I never really ever like looked into at all. Like, I mean, I know of it, but I've never like.
It's bad.
I don't have time to like pick up a book.
I mean, there was revolutionaries that said that for things to get better, they would have to kill like 12 million Frenchmen for everyone to have enough space and food and all. It was like very very bloody. Lots of people died. Lots of people, and they like I was reading about like some weird degenerate stuff, and they would like force women to wear men's clothes to like dissolve the boundaries and stuff. And then they had these tactics where they would rouse all the villagers awake at night and tell them that like brigands are going to come and attack. So grab all your arms, grab all of your weapons. And then they had people dressed in the kingsmen's clothes, like the people representing the government, show up and be like, the king has ordered everyone's houses are burned, and like started like lying to this. So then they got mad, and then they started like, they've already got their weapons in hand. Look, now we're mad at the government and we're up at night and angry, and they like roused an angry mob.
Yeah, and then like I believe Jay was saying like it was pretty much the beginning of the communist thinking type.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, communism is a revolutionary mindset. It's that Hegelian dialectic of the bourgeoisie versus the proletariat, and the French Revolution is the same mechanics, but it's the despots, the king, the emperor versus the revolutionary, and it was just as bloody. Maybe not just as bloody. I mean, communism killed a lot of people, but They say that the streets flowed with blood during the French Revolution.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's why I keep telling people is like the only way communism is going to work is if 3/4 of the population is exterminated.
Yeah.
Like that's the only way it's going to work.
And a lot of the revolutionaries are honestly, like I said, like they were like, until we, like, man will not be free until we cut our country's population in half.
And that's why it's so crazy. Like, crap, I'm gonna have to. There's this video of Kamala Harris where like she was making this speech and she was like, the only way we're gonna prosper in life is if we start reducing the population and blah blah blah.
Oh, you gotta send that to me.
She just hit every talking point.
Oh, my wife showed me that a while ago, I think.
And I was
2 or 3 months ago.
We were like, what? What?
Yeah, dude, I was gonna do a stream next week on the Depop stuff. I'm labeling it the the worldwide like underpopulation crisis. We're entering into an underpopulated Earth, and this is not good. I'm going to be making the argument that everybody needs to be having babies right now. Yesterday.
Yeah. Let me see if this is it right here. Come on, you big dummy. Load.
I have respect for Jay, and I'm doing this because, like, I've read these books, and I feel like I absorbed a lot of them. But like, when I get on here to talk about it, it's like even details that I know are just like they don't come to me. And he's like,
yeah,
oh yeah, so no, that wasn't that wasn't the year 473. That was actually 474, and his name wasn't that. It was in like, why is that? How is that all just in there?
It's just teleological.
Yeah, it's just teleological. I feel like you could do a reshoot or like a remake of Silence of the Lambs, and Jay Dyer would play a pretty good Buffalo Bill. Can you imagine that?
Okay, yeah, this is it.
Michael Jackson's This Is It. Michael Jackson's This Is It. Michael Jackson's This Is It.
This is it. No, not that chat.
I'm still bummed about this, you guys. It's very upsetting.
What is that?
It is a glass solo cup that I just.
Oh.
I've had that thing for a while. I'm sad. My books knocked it over. You said it. Okay. Facts news, dude.
It's facts.
Here we go.
This was like one of the scariest things.
Gotta get those numbers down.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
Did she say it? She says like reduce the population
and reduce population.
Yeah, reduce population. Okay, more time.
Yeah.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population.
What? One of these things is not like the other. Maybe
More of
they are.
our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
How are we going to afford children if we reduce the population?
Don't worry about the math. She's not a math black. Are there math blacks? Like they're math Asians?
Or what?
I don't know.
Fake sign language. Sign language is fake and dumb, and I fucking hate deaf
Well, he was
people.
doing his things, dude.
Deaf people get on my nerves. Like I know you can't hear me, but I can hear you, and it's just like.
Okay, well, do you know any sign language?
Yeah.
Did I teach you that already?
No, I've known that for a long time.
I was gonna teach you that. That's literally what I was gonna teach you. Well, I have egg on my face. I have not. There are rabbit trails not worth going down anymore. How are you doing, Jim Bob? Pretty much at the end of the show. We're just hanging out now.
Well, what's up? Oh, thanks, Jim Bob. Yeah, my girlfriend was really pissed at me yesterday. She was like, "You can't be doing that. We live in a military town. Everybody here has a concealed weapon on them. We're in Walmart." It's like,
and you're just screaming Allahu Akbar?
Yeah. And I was like, okay, you're right.
I mean,
but it was funny too. It was funny too because like she's like, "You're being stupid." I was like, okay, I understand. I get it. I'll stop. And then she tried to like get something over me. Like she wanted to get that last punch in. She was like, okay, so what do you have to say for yourself now? So I'm like,
yeah, that's what she just gave you the opportunity. If you don't say Allahu Akbar after that, then
I was like, you stabbed your toe right there. That was your fault. You should have just left it alone.
You ever see like really bad things on the internet like you didn't mean to see? I saw like 4 people explode the other day on Twitter. I didn't want to see that. I'm gonna be honest.
I saw a guy launch an RPG today, and his head fell off. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I saw that as well.
I was like, I think I need to turn off.
It's just like what was it that why did Elon send me this? I didn't want to watch that.
Yeah.
It's just like funny video. Allahu Akbar, 4 guys are little bits now. And I know I had to sit in my car and recuperate for a good half hour. It's like, oh man, they were turning into bits.
Okay. But oh well.
No, I'm not sleeping okay at all. But it's not because I saw that. It's because my stupid neurotic cat and my baby. Mostly the cat. The cat's way worse than the baby. And there's the cat now. She wants me to put her inside, but I'm not doing it. She is outside.
Yeah, just
until a hawk gets her.
Throw her into a puddle.
She would hate me, dude. She's spiteful. It's a mean cat.
Jim Bob. What is that? What is his name? Breakfast tacos.
Breakfast tacos, dude. That guy showed up on my stream once
Jim Bob.
a while ago, and he was just like spurging out in the chat. I didn't get it. I was like, oh, he was really mad at me because I said, hey man, like your bit's pretty funny. And he's like, it's not a bit. I'm being very serious. I'm the premier presuppositionist atheist apologetic. And I was like, dude, cool. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's a bit. It's a good bit. You know, it's funny. You're making fun of me. It's funny. And I don't know. Maybe wonder, is he retarded? I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I literally don't know the guy, but he showed up in my chat one day and was just spurging out. And
I accidentally did that to this one girl, like on Instagram one time, like a long time ago. She made this reel. She was like, oh, my dad just found out my dad has cancer. Just found out this, just found out this, just found out this, just found out this. And then like, well, at least I needed a reason to drink tonight. I calmed down.
You're gonna drink anyways.
Sounds good. If you need a drinking buddy, holler at your boy. And she was like, I'm being serious. This isn't a fucking joke. I was like, oh. Well, I hope your dad feels good.
Yeah, it's not that good of a bit. Like I get it. Like it's a big reason why it's not that good of a bit is that he doesn't understand Christian apologetics very much. He doesn't. It's like his interpretive dance version of Christian apologetics. He's like, I just say certain words like presuppositional and metaphysical, and that's how I'm making fun of you. But then none of his form, his argumentation is anywhere near analogous. It's just schlop. He literally says, what was the thing he said the other day that Jim Bob looked at? It was like oh my god, stuff is stuff is stuff is stuff. Like everything's just stuff. It was the stuff argument. Remember that one, John?
I think so. Yeah.
He's like, stuff comes from other stuff, the universe exists, therefore, and it's like, so you just said stuff is stuff a lot. Is really good. He's a bright young man. Yeah, dude. I mean, like,
that's why, like, when I go on TikTok and like holla at these idiots and try to debate them, it's so dumb.
You send me, okay, John.
I told you.
I'll wake up in the morning and I look at my phone and John Mondragon sends you an invite to join like a TikTok debate stream at 2 a.m. on a Thursday. There ain't no way.
I was pretending to be a trans person, and I was just like,
was it funny?
It was funny because like I was pretty much owning them with all of their stuff. And
were you like, did you do anything, or is it like how I'm black? You just say it.
No, I don't have enough followers to like actually show my face or whatever.
Okay. You have to have followers to show your face on TikTok?
Yeah, it's pretty gay. But I've been wanting to like start like live streaming and like start doing stupid stuff like that. And I even wrote out like 2 live streams I want to do, all about witchcraft and the other one about gurus. Like, take a mighty shit, bro. Take it. Just take a mighty.
Speaking of the gurus, this is a great book. The Gurus, the Young Men and Elder Paisios. It's the author tells his story of meeting Saint Paisios, a saint in our church, on Mount Athos in Greece. But he's also very interested in the occult and witchcraft, and he travels to India to meet a lot of gurus and become the guru's student. And it's basically a juxtaposition between an Orthodox elder and a Hindu guru, and the difference in his experience in their different spiritualities. It's quite a good book.
Is there an audio book?
Maybe. I don't know. I can look on Audible real quick.
It's pretty much the main time, like whenever I start going through stuff is like at work, or if I will just like listen to books.
Man, I'm sorry that you're going through stuff, man. You can always like reach out to me. I mean, like tell your boss you gotta like take him in or something, but
I just take a shit and it all goes away. Every little bit, guru.
Not seeing it on here. I don't think it's on Audible, but it might be on some. I can look out. There's some channels, Orthodox channels, or even like Telegram groups that do audiobooks of these kind of books. Might be able to find it on there.
You gotta send me a list of those books so that I can I have them with me, because like those days are already gone.
Oh,
I'm a smooth brain. I'm a smooth brain.
All right, I will just text you that stuff then, man.
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe it'd be better for you to like read one of these books, and then we talk about the church history stuff. So then it's not just me talking. It's more of a back and forth.
Yeah, I'll be down with it. Send me the name of them, and like I said,
I'm pretty sure these ones are actually on Audible. I'm pretty sure. Also,
yeah.
Let me check.
Yeah, I'll just listen to it while I'm at work and everything like that.
Yes, the first book is on Audible. Is the other ones? I don't think the next ones are on Audible, but the first one is on Audible. So you actually you'll get like the first 1,000 years of church history. And what is this?
Is this what it's like? Is this what it's like being friends with orthos? Like they just give you homework?
Yes. Okay. For us to have this conversation, you need to listen to this 12-hour audiobook so we can talk about church history.
Okay, that's 2 days of work.
Yeah, that's fine. But listen on 2X. What do you use? Some kind of you ever listen to stuff on 2X? Double
speed? Sometimes.
It trips me out in a couple ways. Like when you first start doing it, you feel like your brain is like working extra hard. But then like if I join like a Jim Bob stream or like King Pilled and it's already going through, sometimes I'll start at the beginning and then 2X so I can catch up. But what happens is when you catch up to where they're live, they go really fast to their normal speaking, and every time it sounds like they are so high. Every time, I need to like record it on my phone, doing it a couple times, for example. It's them talking normally. You could do it you could do it this stream right now. Go back 10 minutes, play it for 2X, and then just cut it to 1X, and I will sound like a guru is what I'll sound like.
I want to hear Jim Bob's his what's his name? Jordan Peterson voice in like 2X.
Oh yeah. But then going back to the normal one, it'll sound like Jordan Peterson's high.
Yeah.
And then another way,
God. It's
another way it messes me up is it'll keep that setting on YouTube when you press like 2x. You go to another video and it'll still do it. You have to manually untake it off. So my friend sent me some music and I forgot that I was on 2x. I listened to it. I was like, whoa. And I listened to like 5 songs before I realized, this sounds way different.
Listen to Sweet Home Alabama in like 2X.
Yeah. Yeah, everything sounds like what's that? I totally lost the name of it. My brain's all dumb right now. The it's in my brain, but it's not coming out. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
I don't know what it's called. I do know what it's called. It's not coming to me. My brain is I've got tired dad brain, and my recall is left me.
Tired dad brain and cat brain.
Yeah. Oh my, the stupid cat, dude.
I'm like my uncle.
They need like a nursing home for cats, dude. I can't.
A pillowcase in a river.
The cat. I'm the cat's service human, and she's getting to the point where she's getting me to the point where I'm going to need either some service alcohol or service dog to keep me coping, and the dog is going to make her even more evil, and then it's gonna spiral. Then I'll have to get a second dog. She's gonna hate that even more. It's I already see the next 2 years of my life played out in that scenario.
No, I guess it sounds like fun. I'll still be here, no children.
You'll fix it eventually.
And a grumpy girlfriend that won't let me scream Allah Akbar in Walmart.
In her presence. Remember that.
Oh, yeah, I'll just go by myself.
Hey, John, are we still on for next Friday? Yeah, but first I have to go to Walmart. It's very important for me that. You know, one thing I was thinking, I've been going to the gym pretty regularly. I've just been lifting, but last pregnancy, with our first kid, I was doing jujitsu like 4 nights a week for like a year. So my cardio was like through the roof, because in like sparring and jujitsu, you just like, you go until you feel like your lungs are exploding, and then like, no, just keep going, go. And they're like just pushing you.
Yeah.
And especially since I hurt my ankle like a year ago, my cardio, like my lung capacity felt like it got cut in half, and I haven't gone back to jujitsu in like 2 years now. I've been lifting, but I haven't really been doing much cardio. I don't know if that affects your sleep, but I woke up thinking that I need to get back into jujitsu or do cardio or something, because
just run.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I was doing rucking for a little while. You ever heard of rucking?
Yeah,
my child wants to. She's awoken from her nap. She wants me to come hang out with her. So I will.
But yeah, I have actually been I'll close on this. I've been a bad boy. Like, I caught COVID a couple of weeks ago.
How do you know that? It was just
I
the flu.
It was a really bad flu, if that. I didn't go to the hospital or anything like that, but it felt like COVID when I had it the first time. But I lost 25 pounds, and I was just like, yeah, I didn't eat for 4 days straight, and I just like, so I'm a noodle. That's why I'm wearing long sleeve shirts, so I don't embarrass myself. I don't have Jim Bob shoulders yet.
Oh, so you're saying if you get COVID again, you'll have Jim Bob shoulders?
No, I need to get them back. But it did help, because like I was like kind of getting fat, and then I got sick and lost all that weight, and I'm back to like.
So it was just a cut. It was an involuntary cut.
Yeah. So I'll be back at the gym next week. I'm too lazy to.
But I do want to clarify, like, Jim Bob's notorious for having like no shoulders, like having very small shoulders. He says that it's just because he has a big head. You know, I'm not here to speculate one way or the other. I'm not here to take a side, but I'm just here to clarify. you do realize that that's like the whole contention is that he has small shoulders, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
That's why, like, I have small shoulders. Like, look at my shoulders. They're so small. They're so bony.
I mean, I feel like I have not big shoulders, but just like, I have shoulders. I don't know.
Gotta go down and work on.
Nobody said that they're small. I'm still waiting for the chat to tell me what's wrong with my body so it can be a meme or whatever.
Tell me what's wrong with my body. Tell me what's wrong with me. I'll fix it.
Well, you guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks for stopping by for the tired Westford and the Allahu Akbar stream. Hope to get into this more and just gotta get back into the streaming thing. It's I'm tired. Taking a little bit of break, be with my family. Thank you guys. Hope all is well. Hope that Trump wins. I don't want the migrants to kill me.